Well, the one thing we do know is that Trevor Lawrence is supposed to be the guy. He's the guy this year. Is there somebody that you think is, on that level or close to it, or are you just, it's Trevor Lawrence and the rest is there?
Well, Mel has done this for a long time, right? Mel Kiper Jr. And he's had a couple of misses, but in his top 10 of all-time drafting quarterbacks, Trevor Lawrence is in that top 10. Now, there are a couple of guys that are in there that didn't pan out, including the former Houston quarterback Andre Ware that went to the Lions. There's another miss in there. I can't remember who it was. I have to look at that top 10. But that's how highly he thinks of him. So Elway was number 1. I think Andrew Luck was number 2.
Was Ryan Leaf in there?
Leaf might have been in there.
Jamarcus Russell was supposed to be a god coming out.
No, but he never had Jamarcus Russell. He was high on Josh Allen when a lot of people weren't. But look, the expectations are for Trevor Lawrence to be that dude. Trevor Lawrence is one of those guys that you could make the argument could have leaped from high school to the pros. There's very few. Clowney would have been one of those guys. There's a couple of other players that might have been that guy. But that's the evaluation. But as we all know, drafting is the most inexact science. Let's go through the last few quarterbacks taken 1 and 2 overall. 2020, Joe Burrow got hurt, but I think he played well before then. We'll see what happens.
Wentz and Goff both traded.
What was Tua before Herbert, or was Herbert before Tua? I think Tua then
I think
Herbert.
it was Tua Herbert.
And you could make the argument that Herbert should have gone before Tua. We all missed on Herbert. All of us missed on Herbert. By the way, Chargers GM Tom Telesco, future guest on the Have Forgotten History podcast, so put that in there. Then in 2019, Kyler Murray went number 1. And I think on some level, the jury is still out. I mean, the Cardinals are thinking about trying to make an all-in play for Deshaun Watson after drafting Kyler number 1 and like the year earlier taking Josh Rosen in the top 10. 2017 was Mitchell Trubisky ahead of Watson and Mahomes. Disaster. 2016, Goff and Wentz have both been traded. 2015, Mariota and Jameis. Jameis is looking for work, and Mariota's a backup with the Raiders. The draft is the most inexact science there is. So while it's all fun and we can talk about it, and it's great fodder, especially in a couple of months where we don't have football to talk about, there's no science to it. It's a crapshoot at best.